Whatever is, it doesn't matter. It is not matter. It is nothing but energy just passing by, changing all the time. Whatever is, it doesn't give anything. It doesn't give. It cannot adjust something. It's not admitting something. It is just passing energy. Flop, 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 gone. Whatever is, it is no thing. Nothing. It's not real. It's not there. It's not existing. All that you see is not there. Your own face, your body, not there. What a relief. With the first flash of light, I saw it was not real. With one flash of light, I knew. But the flash of light needed time. I can see it there. A flash of light, that's me. But I am the one seeing. I see myself there in the unreal imagination. I see myself moving in unreality. So what? It's not me there. It's not me there in that world. It's not real. Nothing exists but the awareness of my flash of light. Vroom. There you go, outstretched in the unreality. Doesn't matter. There is no matter. It's just mind. It's just thoughts. It's just movie on the screen of your awareness. Stay free. Don't mix with it, with unreality. You are the one seeing. Treating this world as a dream liberates. It's not real, so don't get involved with the unreality, with untruth. Only truth is that which sees the untruth. That's what is eternal. But it will not see anything anymore. The images will disappear. Finally, peace. We so much have longed for the peace that we are, that we lost our way in the war of the mind, in the unreal image of the world. Nothing exists but your own imagination. Nothing exists but your own imagination. It's the freedom to realize that it's not true there It's not existing. My goodness. Just out of the blue, you can experience a deep, nameless joy. It must be yourself. That's what you are. Because you know that all that you see around you and all that happens and takes place in this world there is not true. You experienced it. It's not true. But still there is someone that experiences. And instead of that untrue experience out there is an experience of a deep joy in here. It is what you are. That's the price for growing through the unreality of the world out there. To leave it and to know and to break loose and to disattach of all that kept you there. It is not that you swipe it away, but you allow it to appear and you are the one seeing. And because you are not attached to what is seen there is something in place of that, because you are something and you know you are not that. So there must be something that you are, and that has no form, no name, no time, but it is an experience of a deep joy. That's the truth. Because you left the untruth, you experience the truth. And that's a glow, timeless, nameless glow of what you are. It's the price of leaving the unreality. Be happy. It is not that you are happy and you can be happy of things or what happens or not happens, that it can bring you happiness by leaving it. Leave it be there. Know that is not true, and then the truth is discovered. It's not covered anymore. That's what you are. The truth is a joy, a bliss, a glow. You are it. Feel it. Leave that unreality there and feel your reality. Whatever is not. Whatever you see, it doesn't exist. It is just image in your own inner consciousness. It is inside you, what you see out there. It's not there, it's in, and it's imagination. whatever is cannot add something to what you are. Don't see it as matter, or see it as reality, or see it as something that needs to be worked with or changed, or you have to do something, because it is not there. It doesn't exist. See that one which sees. And that's all. The only one that exists is the one seeing it, making it up. It is not matter out there. There is nothing out there. There is no out there. It's all inside, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your imagination. It is the movie inside you. Like if you go to the cinema and you see the movie on the screen, you know it is not real. It just doesn't exist. The same happens in all that is visible. It doesn't exist. Even you don't exist. This doesn't exist. It's image in this one great field of awareness. And I point there, but of course it is in. The awareness is inside, and it creates this appearance. But this isn't real. No. It doesn't exist, and the only thing that is imagination of it, appearance. It seems to be there, but you are tired of all these imaginations, and you go to bed and you fall asleep. Boom, gone. Imagination gone, sleep gone, you gone, all is gone, all disappeared. Where? Nowhere, because it wasn't there. It didn't ever exist. It couldn't even disappear. It's just not fantasized at that moment in deep sleep. There is no one fantasizing, and that's the reality. But peace, my goodness, that's what you are. Try to visualize the empty field of bliss. Now, here. It is now here. It is the happy state. And you can play with the imagination if you like. Don't let it bother you. It's not worth the trouble. Whatever seems to be there, it isn't. Whatever pictures you see, or sounds that you hear, or feelings that you have, or emotions, it will disappear because it wasn't there. Freedom, that's what you are. Free of all the stuff around. You are the inner free state. Free awareness, emptiness. And it's empty of all the forms around, but it is full of its own bliss. You feel it when you have been out and you see that it wasn't real. You return in, and then you see there was no movement ever. There was nothing ever. And the play goes on. It's turned on. There's no button to put it off, but you can enjoy it. Be happy. You are happy. When there are impressions, it means that you see things outside of you. They impress you. So there are more than one being. It's you plus the outer impressions that come to you. But when there is only imagination, then there is nothing else but you. No impressions, because there is nothing. The imagination is inside you, images. They are not real. And impressions come from the outside of the world, the outer world. They impress you and then they seem to be real. That's the difference between impressions and imagination. Now it is that we imagine the imaginations and they impress us. So it's all an inside game. We fantasize appearances and the appearances impress us. So we work with our own impressions to be, to be adjusted to them and to follow it, or whatever we do when there's something impresses us. But it is our own imagination. So there's only the beingness with the fantasy. It fantasizes things and the things impress them. The stupid game. Well, finish or go on, whatever, if you like it, but no, be assured, be convinced that it is not existing. Neither are you, because you are imagined by the one great beingness, which is not visible, formless. It is not a body. It is energy, and the energy imagines you, and you are impressed by the the appearances around you, which nothing exists, neither the appearances nor you, and the one seeing it has no form. That's the only reality, that knowingness, that beingness, and that is the peace itself. It's peace, it is bliss, and you can experience it because you are it. If you don't lose yourself anymore in the impressions and in the imaginations. Funny game, funny game. You see what I mean to say? We are impressed by our imagination, and both are not real. And on top of that, we try to work hard to feel good about our impressions. Sorry. We are impressed by our imaginations, and because we are impressed, we have emotions, and then we try to handle those impressions so that our emotions are not shocked or not feeling good enough. It's ridiculous what is the matter if you see it clearly. You make up a world, the world impresses you, and you try to change that impression so there are good feelings. The mind is toodaloo. It's just fantasy on the screen of your mind. It doesn't exist. So why worry? Let it be. Because it's not real, it cannot disappear neither. It's only how you see it. The seeing is not impressed anymore. Like the snake and the rope. Indeed, that's a good story. People run away because they don't look good. And they see a snake, they run away with fear. And then when they turn back and look well, it's only a rope. So the snake is not real. It is superimposed on the quiet, silent rope. And both are impressions in our own mind, and they impress us so we handle as to the things that we see. If we see the rope and we think it's a snake, we rush and have a heart attack for fear. And if we are quiet and see it's just a rope, nothing matters. Nothing is nothing is there. So all life is about how you see it. And when you see it as it is, as no thing, there is the peace that you are, the peace that you long so much for, is all the time in you. Joy and peace. When you lose your peace in something that happens, it is not that what happens that matters, but the fact that you lose your peace, that is the one thing that makes you unhappy. It's not about what happens outside of you, outside of the peace. A lot of things happen there. It's the world. And all things happen only in the world. They can never happen in your peace, in the state what you are, in your beingness. There is nothing that can happen. It's just when something is outside disturbing, then you think you need to change that outside to recover your peace. But then you would be busy 24/7 to change everything outside. It will not work. Only thing is to feel the peace that is there. Underlaying all that happens is your peace. It's the same thing that all your life happens while you are breathing in and out. Whatever takes place, the breathing in and out continues. Likewise, the peace is always the stable course of all that appears. So don't look at what happens and don't try to change it. It is there anyway. It doesn't matter to your peace. The peace is the one thing where everybody, everything is resting on. It's moving on and changes all the time, but the peace is the underlying force or entity or beingness, or there is no word for it. It is your inner being, what you are. Like the breath is what your life is. What happens in your life is always only there possible when you are breathing in and out. And all things that happen in your life, is only possible when there is the peace that is underlaying it. It's the base of your being. It's what you are. Don't try to change what's coming and going. Stay aware of the peace that it's supporting. Be your peace. You are it. Don't lose it in movements. Accept the movements. Peace will not change. You will be aware of it. It is there for you. It is what you are. Be blessed. So it means that it is not that which is disturbing you that hurts. It is the fact that you lost your peace. That hurts. Just concentrate on the peace which is yourself. It is yours. It is what you are. Peace is what you are. And if someone starts to disturb it, you go out to try to change the one disturbing it. Don't. Stay in the peace that you are. It's so simple, and at the same time it's difficult. That's true. But the more you go out of your peace into the world to change that, the more you lose your peace, because there will always be something that will disturb. That's the mind. The mind likes to disturb. Mind wants to be there and be important. So it takes you out of your peace. There will always be something disturbing. Don't watch it. Don't look at it. Don't give it the chance to take you out of your inner peace. Try. It will work. It will work. If you really realize that it is your own fantasy that disturbs you. Oh, poor me, poor you, poor world. It's just a fantasy, because in the night when you sleep, there's nothing. You wake up, it starts all over again. The mind starts disturbing. That's not good. That must change. Wow, it's fantasy. It's your own imagination. It doesn't exist. You cannot be disturbed, because it doesn't exist there, that what is passing by seems to pass by. It's not there. How can it disturb you? Stay in the own real self, which is peaceful. These words, you can repeat it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, but once it will enter. You cannot be disturbed by fantasy. That's enlightenment. It was there all the time, but now it's in the light, in the awareness. You cannot be disturbed. And when it seems like that, it is fantasy, it's imagination, it is not real. So you are disturbed by the unreality that you think you are. But thinking is mind, and that's never the reality. Your being is your reality. You are your reality. Free, empty, just peaceful. Oh, wow, wow. Happy, happy, happy.